Peace and blessings. Namaste to all light warriors, workers, and everything in between. It is I, Sophie, today, and this is a brief transmission. I'm getting ready to cram a lot of information in this one transmission. And this transmission is going to be centered around the conversation that I had with the future king concerning the new earth last night. And there is some information that I have been given permission to share with you. And there's others that I have to keep to myself, okay? But I want to start these things off with a few announcements that I'm going to make brief. Number one, you hear me very serious here, on my YouTube channel, speaking about spirituality, speaking about the things that we need to do and how to grow and what to create in the new earth, okay? But I did open up, I do have a TikTok, okay? And that TikTok is Dragon Lotus Sophie, and that's more of my creative and whimsical side, okay? Now, I told you before, I believe in a balanced life, so work hard, play hard as well, okay? And I believe that you have to go out, you have to have fun, because the more fun, the more jovial you are, the higher you're going to vibrate, the easier you're going to be able to overcome difficulties in your life, okay? Practicing that non-attachment, understanding that this is just a realm right now, okay? Nothing is that important for you. So remember to have fun. Go to Dragon Lotus Sophie. I do a lot of things on there. Please don't look at it like it's my life. It's not my life. Okay? The things that you're going to see on those videos, it's just fun. It's everyday things that everyday people go through. All right? And this is designed to be fun and creative. Now, number 2, Patreons. I am working right after I do this video. I'm going to get the ingredients and things together for the new moon. Where's my other bowl? Here we go. My ether bowl or God bowl. Okay. And then I have the little small 4 elements. Okay. That's if those of you who are wanting to actually do a ritual for the new moon, I'm going to show you what it is that can be done, in the most easiest and simplest as in fashion. However, you will not see me burn the incense or burn anything, okay? Because I tried to do that as an example last night, and I have very sensitive smoke alarms and everything. And trust me, it was a whole mess. So I know that I'm going to have to do this outside, under the moon, but I'm going to show you the very simple meditation or ritual practice that you can do to cleanse your energy, to manifest the highest timeline for you. All right. Now, that's another thing. Last thing, I have not been diligent in doing this, and I need to. Okay. I do conduct personal sessions and private readings. They are donation based. Okay. You can simply email me at Dragon Lotus Sophie. No, I'm sorry. That's my TikTok. I got so many. Dragon Lotus MS at yahoo.com. Dragon Lotus MS at yahoo.com. I don't want anybody getting discouraged if you don't hear from me right away, okay? Because I am going through lists right now, and I got other things going on. So sometimes I am slow responding, but I do respond to everyone, okay? Now, let's get into today's transmission. So, a conversation last night, okay, that I had with the future king, whoever won the kingship that has taken over the realm, or not saying taken over, but overseeing this earth realm, the new earth realm. I had a conversation with him. It was more like an interview. I wanted to know what he was doing. I wanted to know what his plans were, okay? Now, the first thing I want to say to you about this energy is 3 in 1, okay? It's the best way that I can explain it. It's 3 in 1 because this deity is operating in 3 dimensions simultaneously. And in each one of these dimensions is a different characteristics of the same energy. All right. So the 3 characteristics that this deity that I spoke with last night encompasses, and if I was going to use it as zodiac, I'm going to say Taurus, Pisces, and Leo. All right. Taurus, Pisces, and Leo. These are the 3 natures of this future king. Okay, 1 is very stubborn. I was warned that this deity was going to be stubborn in 2020, right? And as I was speaking with the divine, I was like, okay, but I'm Sophie. I'm stubborn too. And the whole not the whole universe, but all of the people that was on the councils, the Elohim was like, no. What you think is stubborn can't hold a candle to this deity. When this deity's mind is made up, he will stay there. If he's needing you to do something, he will stay there until the stars burn out. Okay? So there's a totally different level of stubbornness with this deity. Jesus Christ. And I know, because I've been reasoning with this deity for about 3 years. Okay? The bull nature of this deity is forceful. Okay? It's stubborn. And it charges. It's like a warrior nature. It's a warrior nature to this deity. Okay? The Piscean nature of this deity, heart. All heart. Love. So I guess I would have to say that's more of the feminine aspect to this deity. It's the love, the nurturing, the compassion, the empathy. And the third aspect of this deity is the Leo. And this is the leader, okay? The one that takes charge, okay? So this is the three aspects of this deity. What did I ask him last night with Sophie's nosy self? I asked him what his plans were, like what it is that he wanted to implement, what did he want to see on the new earth. And I'm going to share some of these things with you. Okay, so this deity said, number one, when it comes down to government, he wants to disband the government in its current condition, and he wants to rise another one that is strictly democracy. Is for the people, by the people, and he's going to do away with these political parties. Okay, so I said, ding, check mark. Okay, want to see how smart he was. As far as healthcare is concerned, healthcare is free. Basic necessities with this deity is free, and that's electricity, water, air, food is free. All right. Now, with the food being free aspect of it, I was trying to ask him how he was going to implement it, and this is when he gave me visions. This deity has the ability to, he's a high-powered telepath. That's the best way that I thought I was a high-powered telepath, but this deity is a high-powered telepath too. And he's able to not only just talk to me, but he can show or project images. So he showed me like marketplaces, like markets, people like farmers having food out there, and you can either do barter trade or you could pay for it, but nobody goes hungry on this earth. Okay. I asked him about education. Okay. Education is free on his earth. Okay. What else did I ask him about? Okay. I asked him about businesses. He said small businesses is allowed, and also corporations are allowed, but it's not going to be in the way where it can buy out the government or anything like that. He's only allowing small businesses and corporations because we still have to fuel an economy. Okay. But they're going to be fair. Okay. And balanced. I asked him about, the credit card, credit score system and stuff like that. This deity wants to get away from all of that. Okay. Basically, he is saying nobody would ever be denied a house. Nobody would ever be denied a vehicle. Okay. So how he's going to implement that, I don't know. And hopefully he'll come back to me maybe sometime this evening or tomorrow or whatever, and let me know what that strategy actually is. But nobody would ever be denied a place to live. Okay, that's what he said. I said, well, where are the houses going to be free? He said, no, they're not going to be free, but they are going to be affordable for everyone. Okay, so maybe it's going to be an income-based thing. I'm not sure how he's going to do it, but nobody's getting denied. I asked him about religion. He said he wants to do away with religion altogether. Okay. Now, this is the part where I got a little shaky with him, because I was like, wait a minute now. Everybody has the ability, or needs to have the ability to express their spirituality. And he said they will. Okay. But it's not going to be done through religion, like churches and things like that. What is going to be done through is more institutions. Okay. So the religions are going to elevate a little bit. It's going to be more of a learning institution. You're not going to be sitting around watching somebody preach to you or teach you how you're supposed to interpret things. Okay. In other words, this is going to be a place or classes for people to learn, about the Creator, to learn about creation, to learn about science, to learn about metaphysics, all of these things. And each individual still have their own free will choice on what type of institutions they want to attend, but they're not going to be like temples and churches. They're going to be more like schools. Okay, so he's going to restructure that so that people can understand how to become sovereign, in their divinity, to understand, the universe and how things work. Okay, and then he's going to have teachers that are set up for that. And these teachers don't have to have all of these PhDs and credentials. Okay, I said, how are you going to judge them? He said, by their spirit, by their actions. Okay, their actions and their intentions. And I'm like, okay, so far, so good. Now, there was a little issue that, well, I'm not even going to say an issue. There was a situation that I brought up that both of us had kind of opposing point of views, but we agreed on what was better. But we're trying to figure out a way to make it fair. You know what I mean? So he's supposed to come back to me with that as well. To see what he's come up with, because I really did enjoy picking his mind. I did. And I was grateful that he was able to, that he felt comfortable enough in sharing what his ideas were for this new earth, So, okay, when it came down to borders and nations will still exist. And nations may still have their own ways of governing, okay? But the borders are going to be more open, so that we have the ability to learn from one another, okay? To travel, open travel, right? What else did he say? Yeah. So I started asking about the police state and military and things of that nature. And he said humanity that's on this new earth would have been evolved enough to police themselves. Okay. So he also wants to do away with, government policing of people, that people should have the ability, if they've made it, to the 5D earth, then we shouldn't have to be worried about calling the cops on our neighbors for stealing, because hopefully nobody's in that frame of mind, okay, that we're needing military, that we're needing police, okay? So this new earth, I guess, is going to be for those who have a certain level of, consciousness. They just know how to live. They don't have to be taught how to live. You don't have to be taught that it's not okay to shoot your neighbor in the face. You know what I mean? So that's the way that he's thinking about it. And I asked, how was he going to judge? How would you judge humanity from this moment forward? Because we knew how we were judged in the past, and it wasn't really that beneficial to anybody, right? He said he's keeping the universal laws and universal principles, and that will serve as a judge. So in other words, your karma is your judge. So that's why I've been preaching for a while. Start judging yourself. All right? Start judging your own self. If you start judging your own self, you will bypass a lot of these processes. Trust me. If you know what it is, the areas that you need to work on and what you need to perfect, and you just work to perfect it, you can bypass these laws. You don't have to deal with it. That's the true meaning of being sovereign. Okay? It's self-governing. All right? Working on your spirit and your soul, turning the soul into gold so it messes and blends with the spirit, being balanced, right? So he's talking to me, about that, and he said that's what's going to be the judge, pretty much, is their own actions. And that will be the natural process of weaning between the wheats and the tares, okay? So that he doesn't have to sit around and just be taking everything as a case by case, because it's going to come back to you naturally anyway, all right? So this 3-in-1 deity has some pretty good plans for the earth. It does. All right. And I was pretty shocked by it. And not only was I shocked by it, but I'm actually in agreement with it. So because of that, I have decided to support this deity, that is, and what he's getting ready to do, because I think that it will be beneficial for humanity. I think it will be very helpful, especially when we're talking about, these religious institutions now turning into schools. So you can understand the foundations, okay, of all religions, where they come from, what happened, what was done right, and what was done wrong. All right. We get the foundation, we build upon it, we start to perfect ourselves. Okay. All right. So no more babysitting. No more babysitting. Okay. Time to stand up, humanity. Take accountability. Take accountability for your actions. Okay. Because I'm telling you, this is his plan and it's what's coming. And if he gets into that bullish nature, you're not going to be able to stop it. Okay, so I'm trying to, I'm talking to him last night in his Piscean nature, okay, where he was, sweet and listening and going, oh, yeah, we might need to think about that. I'll get back to you, okay, because when I deal with the bullish nature, it's no, 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 no. I'm serious. I know I'm late, but I'm serious. If you get to him in this bullish nature, it's no. And I'm like, the little whining thing. We got to do it. No. Okay? So I caught him in Pisces. Now, the plans that he have, there's some more things, but I'm not able to really disclose those. Okay, but these are the basic principles. Okay, we're covering laws, economy, welfare, health, and spirituality. Okay, and other things will start to develop on its own, as humanity raises their consciousness. So humanity may have more other suggestions, and this deity in Piscean and Leo energy will be open to hear it. In Taurus energy, forget about it. Now, because I am in agreement with what it is that his plans that for humanity, and I think that they're good ideas. So this evening, after I do the rituals, after I do the cleansing, it's going to be maybe about 6 of us, getting together to do these prayers and this meditation for the collective, for you, as well as for ourselves. Because why? We want everybody to elevate this time. We want everybody to clean. We want everybody to purge. We want to enter into this new paradigm shift. Okay. And I'm going to support this deity and what it is that he's trying to get accomplished for this new earth. So later on this evening, I'll be blowing my baby here. Okay. We're going to make the announcements. Okay. Right to the heavens, okay, to the Elohim, which I love to do under the new moon. Hopefully this will be my first time blowing it in this new location. We do have a Karen somewhere around here, okay, because we've gotten letters that they've sent out to neighbors about the dog barking or, little stuff like that. This whole neighborhood is full of dogs. You know what I mean? But they'll send it out. If they can't figure out which dog is disturbing them at 6 o'clock in the morning, they send out neighbors to everybody anonymously because it's a Karen and it's a coward. All right? So we have to deal with that. So we're going to see how well this blows over tonight when I'm out there like, brr, brr, brr. We might wake up to some more letters. All right? So I'm just going to... maybe we'll just go to the dollar store and just start passing out earmuffs because it's going to happen. It's going to happen, all right? So I just wanted to give you that prophetic message that I received last night that I'm sharing with you, and the plans of the new earth and how we're getting ready to enter into that season. And I'm going to be blowing the trumpet this evening, okay, aligning myself with this new paradigm shift. And all of you who are the collective, if you are in agreement, okay, I'm going to ask that you do the same, okay? Also, while you are manifesting what it is that, you want to do on a personal level as well, okay? Just make sure by the time you end out your meditations and your prayer that you're also taking into accounts your brothers and sisters who might be struggling at this time. There are things that your brothers and sisters are going through that you will never know, okay? That is in silence, that is hidden, okay? And unless you're a high-powered empath or a telepath, you're not going to know. So just cover people, who are struggling during this time, that's having a hard time during this time, okay? That's it. And the Patreon, be prepared. I'm getting ready to do this. Give me maybe about two hours to get this over and done. And, and then hopefully if there's something that inspires you to do, then get it cracking tonight, right? All right? Yes. All right. We got this. I am Sophie. I love you all. Bye.